Hello everyone. Today I am going to make a Photoshop design as this is a request to make some designs on Photoshop. This kind of designs. So I am going to make this design for this request. So before starting, this kind of designs are actually made with like the picture your client will send you. So you have to use that picture in your design, but I am going to use everything from this png fuel website. There are really good amount of very good high resolution pngs here you will find. I'm going to use this. You can search like dog images, you will find something like this. I'm going to use this dog image for my design, but as you can see these are for non-commercial use, so you cannot use them on commercial designs by the law, but we are going to bypass the copyright by modifying that, adjusting the designs. So for this one here I am going to, okay, sorry for that, this is illustrator. Okay, I am going to make something like this kind of designs, but in my own style. So first of all I need to create a artboard. So the difference between Photoshop design and Illustrator design is you cannot resize your design. Like whatever size I will take for Photoshop, I can make design only in that size, and if I decrease or increase the size, the quality of my work will destroy. So that is the disadvantage of Photoshop, but we can do in Illustrator, and we can change our size always without losing the quality. So for this one here I am going to first of all take a artboard that is 4500 into 5400, and of course for printing designs we need to keep take the resolution 300 dpi. That is the standard quality for printing designs. So everything else I am keeping this as it is. Now creating okay. So this is now my artboard here. Whatever I will do inside this area, and as in Illustrator we can work outside of our artboard, but in Photoshop we cannot. So first of all I need to import all my images inside my this design. So this is my dog image. I am going to Control A Control C to copy this image. Okay, so once it is copied I am going to delete that one from my Photoshop because that is okay. So I am just keeping it something like this in the position I want it to be. So for next thing I am going to import this wings here, because as I wanted to make a design for dogs, but it's saying there are angels among us, so that is the reason I am going to use this wings to represent it as an angel. So the main point of designing in Photoshop is you have to work in layers. In Illustrator we can work in one layer, we can do everything inside one layer, but in Photoshop we have to work in is different layer for each object. Like this wings is in a layer, this dog is in another layer, you can see here. So that is like that. So I am going to adjust the size here a little bit, just to place it like the way I want it to be, like something this will give it a look like this is the wing of that. Okay, I am pressing alt and then dragging again, that will create another a copy of that wing. Again I am selecting that, pressing Ctrl T can give me this transform option. So I am placing them just like this, and as you can see these wings are on top of my dog. So I have to, okay, now in this position I need to make my these two wings in one single layer. So for that I am pressing Ctrl E. It will merge this two layer, like one layer with the layer below it. So if I bring this layer down, they will be in background behind and my dog is in front. So I need to make them a little bit smaller. So I am selecting this both group, now pressing Ctrl T to bring this transform option. Now if I just make it a bit, okay, that is because of this keyboard here. Okay, so just like this. Now for this wings, it is like being a bit going outside of my artboard, so I'm going to work on this wing layer. I'm selecting my this selection tool option here to select just this part of my design, and then if I press Ctrl T, it will give me an option to, okay, that is basically cutting my design. So I'm selecting my main design here, pressing the wings layer, pressing Ctrl T, it will give me the full size of my wings just like this to bring it inside my artboard area. Now I am selecting this part only, pressing Ctrl T, it will give this transform option for that area. So I am making this one just a little bigger because I want everything inside my artboard area. As this is in Photoshop, we cannot simply work outside of our artboard, so something like this will work for me. Okay, so once it is done, I am going to select this another part of my wing here. Okay guys, this is also going to be a long tutorial because I am going to do this all from the beginning. I am not showing you guys any pre-made designs or any pre-made ideas. I just got this idea to make it look like a angel, this dog, so that is what I am doing here. So the next thing I will need is, okay, this is going to be a background for my design, so I am going to copy this, Ctrl A, Ctrl C. This is, you can find this like splatter. If you search on PNG Fuel, you will find them. Now if I pasted it, you can see it is in my artboard, but it is invisible because that is behind my dog or this wing somewhere, so something like this. Okay, so that will work for me. I am just bringing everything together so that I can work with them when I will have all the files in my artboard. So this one is also going to be a part of my design because I wanted to make it look like some kind of a smoky effect. Okay guys, sorry for that. If I press Ctrl B, it will paste that. So this is my smoke layer. So everything you need to keep in mind that everything is in separate layer. So whatever you are doing, you have to focus on which layer you are working. So okay, this one will also, I will use that one, this one also, but not now. So this one, this is going to be a background for my image, so I'm going to bring that inside my design. As you can see, whatever I am bringing in here, it is making a separate layer, a different layer for me. So this one is going to be the background for me, but I am going to make a copy of it because I want to make it a galaxy kind of background because my text is saying like angel, so it should be something like heavenly, or I don't know, but I wanted to make it look like a galaxy image. So this is going to be the background here. Just don't worry about what is now it is looking, it will look good, of course, trust in me. So this one is also I'm going to use in my design because that is a, that will give it a kind of thunder strike effect here. So I am just bringing everything inside my design. So this one is the mockup I'll use. Okay, so I think yes, this one I was looking for, this one, so I'm going to use this one. Once it is placed, I'm going to make it a bit bigger. Okay, sorry for that, not that one. I'm going to Ctrl A, Ctrl C, this is the easiest way. Now paste it. Okay, now Ctrl T to bring that selection tool just like this, but this one I want it to be on top of everything because I want this to be on this dog's head. Okay, so from this point I can start my design process. Almost everything is inside my design now. I'm pressing Ctrl T to make it like this. So if I press Ctrl on my keyboard, I can individually work on my each corner of my design. Like this is the kind of direct selection tool option on Illustrator. So this one is just going to be on top of its head like this maybe. So once it is placed, I am going to use my eraser tool here. So when using eraser or brush tool, we need to keep in mind that the hardness, what is the hardness here, I want it 100% because I want this area completely erased. So that is now done. Okay, maybe a bit downwards like this, just like this, that will work. Now I want this area to be erased because that is overlapping my dog here. So the easiest way of selecting anything is, if I just select, if I press Ctrl on my keyboard and click on any layer's thumbnail like this one, it will make that select. If I zoom in, you can see that it is, that area is selected. So once it is selected, this dog area selected, I am clicking on this angel ring layer here, and if I bring my eraser tool, I can erase anything that is inside this selection, and that is the easiest way of erasing anything. Because if I try to erase this area, it will be hard for me to erase. So that is the, okay, I am keeping that as it is for now. I will make adjustment later there. So for this area here, these two background here, I am going to adjust their position a little bit, just like this, and this one also bit upward like this. Okay, so once I think it is placed, now this one is on top, this one is on bottom, so I'm going to select this one, taking my eraser tool to erase. Okay, sorry for that. Now in this point, I don't need it to be a 100% hardness because that will make it look very hard cut here. I want it a smooth transition between that, so I'm going to reduce the hardness here. Once it is reduced, you can see it is smoothly erasing the areas I don't want, just like this, because this is the area. Okay, it is a bit bigger for me. Okay, on Illustrator you can just undo with Ctrl Z, but in Photoshop you have to, you can undo one time only, but if you by Ctrl Z, but you have to press Ctrl and Alt, then if you press Ctrl Z, it will work as Illustrator. Like you can undo it whatever, how many times you want. So these areas I don't want because they are looking hardened. I don't want anything to be a hardened in my design. So that is good. Now I am selecting this layer here because this one also overlapping this side area, just like this. Okay guys, so I was working on Illustrator and that is open, then again using Photoshop, my screen is recording, so that's why it is a bit lagging on my PC. Okay, so this is the background going to be for my design. Now this work is done. I am going to press Ctrl E, that will merge these two layer like this. Now they are one single layer, you can see. So I am just now placing something like this, or where I want it to be, just like this. Okay, now for this one is done here, I am going to use this layer, maybe this. Okay, I am just turning this off because that will give me an opportunity to see whatever else is inside my design. So I am going to use this one as a background, but I don't want these areas to be visible, like this area dog is sitting. So I am going to bring this one top of my dog layer, and that will give me an opportunity to work with this layer, pressing Ctrl T. So guys, I am just teaching you some Photoshop techniques to work, because design I cannot teach you, that is totally up to your creativity. You have to work on that, you have to research that. So I am just showing you how to work with Photoshop. Okay, so this is now my design. This part is, I am going to keep this as it is, and this thunder strike, I want this to be on top of my dog. So like this, but maybe top of this layer too. So I'm going to reduce the size of it. Okay, this is actually irritating, that keyboard stroke. Just like this, maybe, or maybe a bit bigger in size. Okay, so this is now placed well. I am making another copy here. Ctrl T to transform tool, rotating this just like this. Now this is going to be the place for them. I don't want to make any changes for there, so I am going to merge this two layer. These are the lightning bolt layer, like you can see. So I am going to merge them together. Now they are one single layer. Okay, so for this dog image here, maybe this wings, this dog is a bit bigger than my wings here, so I'm going to select, first of all I need to select this ear, this ring area, because that is adjusted with my dog head. So I'm going to select that layer here. Okay, and this dog layer, pressing Ctrl T to transform them, now making it a bit smaller, just like this. So once it is placed, I need to make some adjustment here, and of course on this strike area, just like this. So I am just going to place them as it is. Now you can see these are the original images from PNG fuel, so I just cannot use them as it is. Okay, before that I need to work on this smoke layer, so I am bringing that on top of my dog, then adjusting it. This may look like boring tutorial, I know, but that will actually, you will understand the fun of Photoshop, because Photoshop designs are always better than Illustrator if you are, if you compare them with designs, because you can just make a realistic, photorealistic designs with Photoshop, but for printing designs Illustrator is always best for high resolution printing. Okay, so this is now my final graphics here. I am going to select all of them, pressing shift. So as you can see, okay, I didn't selected that wings layer, I need to select that also. Now if I bring that like this, it is moving all together. So now I need to turn on my this background layer and then place it behind of everything. Okay, so as we cannot just use them as it is, so I'm going to now select my dog layer here, just like this, and maybe I can just add a hue saturation layer for it, just to change the colors a bit, to make it look like a just a different dog from the examples I took from PNG files. Okay, as you can see, this is working. Okay guys, sorry for this one, I am adding a layer, that's why it is applying on everything that is below that layer. So I am select this, when my this layer is selected, I can simply go to image adjustment and then add hue saturation. It will work on that exact, on that layer only, that the layer I selected. So it will not affect the any other layers of my design here. Again this wings here, I need to adjust that one also. So maybe something red, because my dog is red, so it should match the color of my dog graphics, just like this. Okay, need to just do some adjustment here to find the right balance. Maybe this is looking just a bit similar. So this is the, okay, for this one here, this ring here, I want this to be a, I want it to look like some glowing effect, so I am going to use some blur for it. Gaussian blur maybe. So as you can see with that, but that is too much, just a little bit, because that should look like lightning or burning, something like this. So that is good for me. Okay guys, to be honest, I don't like this wings size here, so I'm bringing that a bit downwards, just like this. Okay, so that is a good position. Now maybe this. Okay, so it is time for us to add some text here, but I don't want this black area to be exactly black, so I need to find that layer. Yes, this is the layer, so I'm going to use that same effect here. We can use any other effects from here, but I am not going to just make it a very complex work design, because that will not, that will be in another level, because I was trying to teach on Photoshop. Okay, sorry for that. First of all, I need to, as this is in complete black, it is not, any color is not working on that, so I am going to control and click on this thumbnail. It will give me a selection of that layer, this original shape layer. So I am going to create a new layer here, and on this new layer I am going to use my brush tool, and then I can sample these colors, maybe any color I want. Then I am going to fill this layer with that color. So as you can see, this is, because that complete black is not very good looking for my design here, so that is good for me. Now this is looking very hard, so I'm going to use some, if I just scroll my mouse wheel here, it will automatically change the blending mode from here. Okay, this is looking good. Now I'm going to reduce the opacity a little bit, and I can just keep this one. I don't need this black layer, so I'm going to delete that one. Yes, that is blending well with my design here. So for this design here, we need to add some text. Okay, before adding some text, there is some smoke layer also, this one and this one. Okay, I need to merge them together to become a one single layer. Now when they are selected, okay, so I need to adjust a bit here, little bit. I want this layer to be like this, but behind this dog image here, because I want that to be on my wings here. I just don't want to make a direct cut wing here like this one, but I want to make it look like this angel effect. I am trying to make some, whatever I am trying to make here is just making it look like an angel effect here. So this is the layer, and this is the another smoke layer. I am going to merge them together. Now they are in black, so I don't like black here, so I am going to make their color change here little bit. So for that changing colors, we need to first of all change this lightness here. It will make it complete white, as you can see, but if we change the colors here, it will effect on my that smoke there, so maybe not that much. Whatever color we will choose here, it will effect on my that graphics here. So just like this, maybe this is now looking not very bad, I think. So for this one here, as you can see, these areas are not looking very good, because this image was not traced very well, but that is not a problem. We will fix that in a bit. Just for now, I am going to add some text here. So this one here, I am going to use this same text here. So I believe that is the first text going to be like This is not like Illustrator, so if we just put anything inside here, we cannot just simply make changes on them, so it is hard to work with text on Photoshop. So I'm going to select my text here. Now I need to choose my fonts here. So for this kind of works, this will really easy for you if you just know some works, like maybe chicken pie is a good font. I like this one because this is a kind of girly types of fonts. So for this one here, I am going to make the size a little bit smaller. Okay, so this is going to be the first text of me. If I select my press Ctrl T, it will give me this option to resize it. Now I need to make another copy of it by pressing Alt and dragging. I believe there are angels. So this is going to be the first part of my text here. Okay guys, so I need this one a little bit smaller, and as you can see, this is okay. Sorry for that. This is not looking very good because this is just placing some fonts as there. I want to use some effect on them too. So I'm going to select all these layers, that is my original graphics layer, making them a group. So as you can see, those are now inside my this group, and I can easily select this group. I need to make it a little bit downwards like this. Then I'm going to click on this my I believe text. So if I click on that layer and press T on my keyboard, it will give me this type option. If I click inside this and select all, then I can use this arc option, this wrap text option, like the Illustrator. We can easily use here the all the effect we have in Illustrator, like this RS effect here. I'm going to use that one for me here, but like this, in this kind of style. So this is the good position. Now I am selecting that again, just to make a bit bigger in size. Okay, something like this. Now I am going to click on my there are text, selecting my move tool here. Then I am going to make it a little bit smaller in size. Okay, so this is okay for me. I am pressing Alt and bringing that layer a bit downward because this is going to be my angel text. I don't know how it is going because okay, for this one here I am going to use another text, like maybe milky brush. This is a good font, I like, little cursive font. Okay, that is going to be my angel text, making this a little bit, not little bit, much bigger than the other text of my elements, because this is the focus point of my design here, just like this. So angel, and there are, this is the there are. I'm going to make another copy here. Now going to paste my Among Us text. So okay guys, so this is, maybe I don't know, it is being a boring tutorial or what, but okay, so this is going to be the final design for my text here. I can simply change their positions like this, maybe. Okay, this I believe part I want to keep that there. This angel and Among Us, I want them to be come a little bit downwards because I want to cover the full area of my design, because this is in Photoshop. We just cannot move anything, or we cannot resize it later. So whatever I am doing, I need to do it now, just like this. So this is the final position of my text here. Now I need to apply some more effect on my text here, like the, I don't know if I have that one here. They use some effect inside this text, so maybe something like that I will. Okay, I don't know. Okay, this image I will need now. I'm going to select this one here, Control A, Control C, just to place it somewhere like this. Now pasting like this. I'm keeping this as it is for now. Now for this angel text, I need that to be a little bit stylish, so I'm clicking on this side of my text here. Now I will use some effect here, like first of all this drop shadow, maybe just to, okay, I will use another effect for making it cut out from my other elements. So I am going to use this bevel and emboss effect. It will give me some option to make it look like 3D text, something like this. And inside this texture, if I click here, it will give me some option to by default texture use on my text here, like this. Okay, I want just a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to use this texture for here, just this bevel and emboss effect. Pressing OK. Now I am going to use this I believe text also, again that same bevel and emboss effect. Okay, so these two I'm going to just leave them as it is there now. So this Among Us text, where that was, this one, just like this. Okay, so for this one here, the idea of making this design was to make this text stand out. So I'm going to change their color. If I click on this text here, press Ctrl A, it will select the text. If I click this color box here, then I can simply choose colors from this, from the any part of my design, like these areas maybe. So that is going to be okay. Okay, so before that I need to make that final background for my design, because then I will be it will be easy for me to understand what color will look good for my design. So first of all I am going to add a solid color layer below my design. So I am going to make it complete black, and that is I am going to bring that on the background. So this is going to be the final design of my, the final look of my design here. So now I can easily select the colors according to them. If I click here Ctrl A, now I can select simply any color I want from these areas. Okay, maybe this same color as these two text will be same, these two will be same color. So okay, let's just make them all in same kind of looking, this bevel and emboss, that is good for me. Now there are, where is that one? Okay, this is, now it is a bit bigger for this small text here, so I'm going to reduce the size a little bit, just like this. And this one also. So on that Among Us text, if I click on this bevel and emboss effect here, I can simply change that one. So I'm going to make it a little bit just like this. Okay guys, so once my text is placed, I don't want to make any changes on my text, so I'm going to make right click on this angel text layer. I'm going to convert to shape. That will be now this is not a text, as you can see. We can always edit our text, but now we cannot edit this one. So for this one here, I'm going to use that transparency effect in Photoshop. So transparency, by transparency means, I have to go to, okay, sorry for that. First of all, this is now acting as a smart object, so I need to break that. It is now broken, not any smart object. So I need to press Ctrl and click here. It will give me a selection around my text here. So then I need to go to select, modify, then expand. So inside expand, I can increase or decrease this number. So I am keeping it 10 pixel for now, or maybe 20 pixels. So if I click OK here, you can see it is selecting a little extra area than my original design. So that is because that 20 pixel it is selecting that extra 20 pixels. So once it is selected like this, I need to click on my this group here. So if I now press, if I take my, okay, sorry for that, I need to select my objects here like this background here. If I click on this background here, when this is selected, I can simply erase this part. Okay guys, this is really taking some time because that is a lots of elements here and I am working. So for this one here, this is the area, so I am selecting this layer here. Also I need to select that part. Everything that is on this area I need to select, or I can simply press delete. That will erase anything that is inside this selected area. So maybe this dog here, press delete. This layer here, this, okay, that is not inside this selecting area, and this strike layer, okay, erase. So once it is all deleted, you can see this is looking like that transparency effect of we used before. So for this one here, this angel text, I am going to use some effect here like this one. This image I bring to just for that use on my focus text here. So I'm going to place that image, that png image, just like this, just like the, like as big as my main text is here. So placing like this. Now once it is placed, you can, I have to click on this layer here and it will select the original text area here. Then I have to click on this layer that I just brought here. So I need to go to select inverse. It will select everything outside of that selected area. So when I am in this layer, I need to press delete. It will delete, that is everything that is outside of my selected text area. So I need to now make the blending mode, change the blending mode just to adjust with my graphics here. Whatever I will like, I will keep that one as it is. Okay guys, so maybe this is, I think, looking a bit good because this yellow here and this one here. So for another one that I downloaded from that free png file, this one, Control A to select it, now pasting it like this. Now I need to rotate its position like this. So I believe, in this I believe text, I am going to, sorry for that, I am going to use this effect for my I believe text, just like this. Now also I need to, this is my I believe text, convert to shape, erasing just to make it a little, just a layer, not any smart object. Clicking here, it will make a selection of my text. Now come back to this layer, press Ctrl Shift I, that is for inverse selection, delete. Once everything is deleted from this area, I can again play with my blending tool here just to make it give it a unique look. Okay, this is that's some repeating process. This one, maybe this is looking good to me, so I'm keeping that as it is. Now this is my final design guys. I can keep changing it all over the time, so I'm not going to do that. This is the final position of my design. I'm going to keep it as it is. So this is the way of making this kind of designs. Like there was this mistake, like this dog image here, it was not very much professionally done, so I am going to just make a layer mask for it. Like this is the transparency of Illustrator. If we click here on this layer mask, it will create a box here, and whatever we will paint in black inside this, it will be invisible. So for that I need its hardness to be 0%. so that I can simply work on these areas. Like, okay, that is a bit hard for that, just to make it blend with my background, because these hard areas really don't look good because it is going to be printed on a black color t-shirt. This kind of designs looks good on black. So okay guys, so after erasing this area, this is now my final position. As you can see, this is now looking better than previous, because this area of this dog is blending well with my design background here. So for this background here, I am going to bring the opacity down a bit, because I don't want that hard background for my image, because everything else of my design is in a effected way, in a effect way. So I'm going to keep it like this. So for this is okay, there is a mistake in the design, that you can see this crack effect that I pasted here, and I wanted to make changes on that. I don't know where that is, maybe this one, not that one, not. Okay, so this is the one I wanted to use in my design, so I am selecting that one. Okay, not like that, I want that to be on my wings, just like this, but in a blending way. Multiply maybe. Okay, let's just not use that in this design. So guys, this is the final position of my design. I hope, I know this is really boring to watch this kind of long tutorials, but I hope this will give you an idea how to use images in Photoshop to make designs like this. So thank you guys, it is really, I'm going to, okay, this is really good for me to have you guys supporting me. Thank you everyone, see you in the next video.